Welcome to Barnstable Today. I'm Nick Cortez. Just a reminder at the top of the program that you can view complete episodes of this and all other Channel 18 programs online. Just visit the town's video archives at town.barnstable.ma.us. This Thursday night, the Town Council is scheduled to consider amending the town code to create a renewable energy commission, which will be charged with exploring ways to expand green initiatives among residents, businesses, and town government. So, on the eve of the council meeting, I sat down with Town Energy Coordinator Richard Elrick to get some more detail on the specific benefits that such a commission would offer the town as a whole. Joined now on Barnstable Today by the town's energy coordinator, Richard Elrick. Richard, thank you for joining us on the program.
My pleasure to be here, Nick.
Now, the reason why you're here with us today is because the town council is about to act on something on Thursday evening that will create for the town a renewable energy commission. Now, this is going to be comprised of a variety of different people, whether they be experts in the industry or politicians or whatever the case may be. But the reason why this is being created kind of goes back almost a decade. I mean, most immediately speaking, town manager made this a major piece of his State of the Town address. But in 2002 and 2003, we set about doing an energy audit around town and made an ambitious goal, or set an ambitious benchmark for reducing greenhouse gases. And that's kind of where it all began, right?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, it goes back to a period of time when I was on the Barnstable Town Council, serving as a town councilor. During 2002 and 2003, and at that time, in 2002, the Town Council made a commitment to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions, as you described, by 20% by the year. Actually, what we did in 2002 was to make this commitment, and then we defined and further went into detail as to the specifics of it being 20% by the year 2013 in the year 2002. At the same time, a municipal green team was created.
Yep.
And the goal of this green team was to work with inside municipal government to reduce energy, to increase conservation, and where possible to promote opportunities for renewable energy generation as well. But it was strictly focused on what town staff could accomplish. It wasn't directed more broadly at the community as a whole.
Now, before we get into the outgrowth of this becoming the Renewable Energy Commission, can you talk about the success that the Green Team has had up to this point?
Well, David Anthony, who is our Chief Procurement Officer, has been the one primarily responsible for it, and I have not, at this point, participated in it because really it's been somewhat dormant for the last several months or so. But it was very, very effective in terms of moving individual projects forward. Mm-hmm. For example, there's a very significant cogeneration plant at the high school, which saves the high school or the school a lot on its energy budget. There was also a great deal of work done on the part of some of the team members to move the Hyannis Water Pollution Control Facility renewable energy project forward as well. So it was more focused on individual buildings, specific programs. A lot of work in the Water Pollution Control Division was done, upgrading controls and making the plant run more efficiently.
Now, the Renewable Energy Commission that will presumably be created by Town Council action on Thursday night expands the impact that people that work on behalf of the town will make. It's not just going to be municipal energy efficiencies anymore, right?
I do feel, I must say, as a slight digression, I feel a little worried about being too optimistic about the Town Council vote tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
I'm assuming that it will be a positive vote, but you don't ever want to prejudge.
Okay.
Having been an elected
That's
official,
fair.
there's no perfect 100% sure votes, but I anticipate that it'll be a positive vote. There's really no arguments that I can think of in opposition to it. So I'm assuming there will be a positive vote.
Okay, so reshaping the question then, should the Town Council act on this in a positive way? How will this increase the impact of achieving energy efficiency across the town?
Well, primarily because its task, this commission's task, when it is fully volunteered up, will be to work outside, or I should say in addition to, the municipal side of things, and work with individual residents and commercial interests to try to make their homes and businesses more energy efficient, and generally to educate and to advocate and to move the entire town forward with respect to energy conservation. I mean, that's going to be its goal. And, like every multiple member board the town has, a lot will be based on, a lot of the success of the committee or commission will be based on the quality of the volunteers that we get. And so that's going to be very, very important. But essentially, it will be charged with working with the entire community to make our residents and our businesses more energy efficient.
Now, it certainly sounds like an ambitious venture. As things get going and as plans and ideas come to fruition, not to say that any of your suggestions would actually happen as you described them, but what is something that you could envision this commission doing down the road?
Well, I think one of the most important charges that the commission is going to have is working with the energy coordinator, myself at the moment, to develop a renewable energy or climate action plan for the whole town, which is essentially a roadmap to how the town can get to where it wants to be, which is a substantial reduction in use of energy. 20%, hopefully, by 2013. I mean, that's our goal. So I think that'll probably be their primary effort is preparing that plan. But once the plan is drafted and prepared, then there's the entirely different but also very, very important outreach effort and education effort that you have to undertake within the community, so people are informed. It's one thing to draft these plans. It's quite another thing to be successful in getting them implemented well.
Absolutely. Now, will this have any bearing on the town's ability to qualify for state dollars as a official green community?
It will. To answer your question with a short answer, it will go into the town of Barnstable's narrative in terms of describing why it's applying and why it feels qualified in applying for specific grants through the Green Communities program. And it's not specifically one of the 5 criteria that we've talked about in the past on other shows, but the Division of Energy Resources considers it very important for every town to have a green community. To have an energy or renewable energy committee to help drive the discussion forward. So it will be helpful.
Sure. It obviously will shine a more favorable light upon what we're attempting to do here and potentially push along some of those initiatives that will qualify us down the road for state dollars.
Absolutely.
Now, as things move forward, if the town council does choose to act on this and create the commission, what do you expect in terms of a timetable for when we might see people in seats and meetings start rolling?
Well, it's a 9-member commission. And it is a town council appointed commission. So I would hope, with the vote being this week, that we could do advertisements and outreach to the community, advising them of the existence of this new committee and that we're looking for interested people from a variety of different walks in life. I mean, a lot of the obvious ones, if you're working in renewable energy, if you're an architect, if you're an electrical engineer, or just a concerned citizen with some background and knowledge. So I would hope that it would get started up within a month or so, within maybe 2 months really before they can have their first meeting, and then at that first meeting they elect their officers and hopefully develop an agenda moving forward.
If you want to know more about what Barnstable is doing to go green, Richard Elrick joins us each Monday at 8:35 a.m. on Barnstable This Morning, the town's live daily talk show. Before we wrap things up here on Barnstable Today, let's take a look at the remaining meetings on tap for this week.
On to Wednesday's meetings. We have the amnesty hearings in the Town Hall hearing room starting at 6 p.m. At 7 o'clock, the Hyannis Main Street Waterfront Historic District Committee meets in the Selectmen's Conference Room. Then at 7:30 at the Marine and Environmental Affairs Building on Finney's Lane, the Shellfish Committee meets. And wrapping up the week on Thursday the 21st is the Town Council meeting in the Town Hall hearing room at 7 o'clock.
That's all the time we have for now. I'm Nick Cortese saying we'll see you next time on Barnstable Today.